Does that have anything to do with your Samoan origins, like Sasa?
Yeah,
Slapp?
that's a good one. It was Letty that came up with the slap part because he's originally from Oceanside, California. So he came down here when we were in high school. We met in Honolulu High School. I'm from Salt Lake and Red Hill, and we were just kind of coming up with names, and we came up with like House of Slapp and all this kinds of stuff, and then just Slapp Symphony sounded well, and so the terminology more so comes to the Bay Area, California side, but it can also represent that too.
Because I know you were Oos, bro. I'll tell you something real quick.
Yeah.
Ancestry.com
Yeah.
said I'm 4% Samoan.
Oh, what's up, Oos?
My two big toes, guys. Okay. Samoan blood. I tell that to all my Oos friends, and they're all like, okay, whatever, dog. But it's something that like I kind of like, I feel kind of, I always felt connected with Samoans, like just me being black, and like the energy that Samoans carry, the singing, the soul, right, the culture. So I've always had like affinity for Samoan people, and I grew up around them too. So I mean, let's talk about Slapp Symphony real quick, because I have a connection with Slapp Symphony through slow motion, slow mo.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like slow motionopolis, 9-4 block, Ani Ani. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a connection with him because of my connection with M.A. Jick, Justin Johns, his government name. And at 19 years old is when I met Justin, and he was part of a group called Isolated Minds, right? And that, I think it was Slow Mo, M.A. Jick, and then I think Mushmouth was a part of that too, right?
That's correct, yep.
So at my infancy, when I when I started budding in the rap game, and when I realized I wanna start rapping and take it seriously, Jick was the one that kind of guided me. He was like a mentor to me. So I think in the beginning when I would look and I'd be in ciphers with guys like Mush and Slow and Jick, I would hear your name all the time. Hey, Westbrook dropped a beat. We got this new beat from James. You know what I mean? Slapp Symphony. But I never really hung out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I might have seen you at a couple shows or something, but we didn't never really have that connection. What's dope is now in modern time, our connection is because of media, because of content creation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I watch you, you watch me. I'm like, I repost you, you repost me, and like it's just like this this non-spoken understanding that we have and support that we have, because we are cut from the same cloth. Hip hop, Hawaii hip hop. Right?
Very true.
So Slapp Symphony, you guys were doing your thing with Letty. You was producing music. You were providing beats for my camp, which, you were connected with Slow and the Samoan aspect, brotherhood. And, we both evolved in our own lanes separately. But now, look how we came together for this particular project. I think that is wonderful. So your connection with Slow, you still talk to Slow?
Absolutely.
You still making beats?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
Oh, me personally, no, I'm not making beats right now.
Okay.
But I'm a fan of it. So yeah, we produce I produce this thing called a producer showcase, which I just bring other producers and give them a platform, because I knew what it was like coming up and not having really a platform. I had to travel out. But actually, shout out to Light Sleepers, man. Light Sleepers was putting on Beat Roots.
Okay.
And of course, I remember Jaitik, man. I've been hearing your name for so long already, you know what I mean? I've been seeing your visuals too. I think it was MySpace, But Jaitik, even Kalo Patch Kids, man. You know what I mean? Those were some great beats, great flows. I feel like you created an essence around what I would like to listen to, even at that time, but just hearing more local references, because at the time I wasn't hearing too much local references in the way that I wanted to hear them. And plus, you guys had Illmind beats. I mean, come on now. You guys had Illmind beats.
Oh my gosh.
And Illmind was just, at that point, I already knew, I was like, yo, this guy right here, Illmind, he's something else. But then to hear them on hear your guys' vocals on top of the records was crazy to me. And so, yeah, I agree. I think the last time we linked up was at Roy's.
Yeah.
When I hit you up.
True.
Yeah.
For like a reggae night or something.
Yeah. It was something like that. And then, yeah, we just linked up and kind of chopped it up. I think that was my first time actually chopping it up with you live in the flesh. Otherwise, we just kind of seen each other, knew each other for quite some time. And yes, through media, and now we're here. So it's funny.
Okay. But I feel like I know you like on a deeper level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
sure.
like this is like a cold interview.
Yeah.
It's like a very warm interview, a very comfortable one, because like, bro, like I said, we cut from the same cloth.
Absolutely.
So, I do want to get into content creation. What is the vision for Slapp Radio and some of these wonderful interviews that you're doing, man?
Good question. What is the goal? Well, the goal for us is to just provide a platform for people to tell their stories. And I like to say that we do have an emphasis on the Pacific Underground and beyond. And also everything else in between. And we just want to tell stories. And wherever that might take us, we do have a goal in mind. And I know you'd be looking at Bashar. You
Oh,
following
yes,
Bashar? Okay.
I am.
Yeah. Okay, so I be, paying attention to Bashar too, and more recently than in the past, and just kind of going with the flow of life. And not really dictating what the outcome is going to look like, but that is going to be the marker of where my passion is. It's going to lead to that point, but whatever that point may be, So that's kind of where I'm at with Slapp Radio. With me and drama, it's just get music from artists and put them on and put them in a rotation, and then tell stories.
Ooh, so I knew I liked you, but that goes to show that we're on a very similar frequency, because there's not the goal of being rich or famous or, of course those things come with what we do, but the goal is to create the art because the story needs to be told, and there's something innate in us that is driving this. Like, I can't sleep at night because I think about some of the guests that are coming up, and I'm so excited to help tell their story on the platform. Last night, I cried a couple of times because I had to revisit the younger Taisei in order to prepare for this interview. Because I was like, bro, we got such a timeline that I want to make sure that we unpack some of the things, some of the origins. You know what I'm saying? And when I was listening to the music, that's why I posted that thing.
I like that post. I reposted that one too.
Yeah, no, I thank you on both of your platforms. So I was like, oh, thank you. I woke up and I forgot I posted it because I was lit and I was in my feels, and then I heard Jumbo Nut Necklace, and I was like, man, this is music that needs to be shared with the world, because that was a Taisei that was before my current where I'm at now. I have evolved into a different Taisei. But that Taisei, when I look at, was so young, so energetic, so swaggy, so sauced. You know what I mean? And like, I had all this energy that I wanted to I just like rapping to rap. I like the reception that it got from people. Whereas now I just, I rap as an artistic outlet, but I don't have that same, that dog in me, like I did when I was listening to it. I was like, man, it just reminded me. It's not to say that Taisei cannot reemerge. You know what I mean? But it's just dope. So, one thing I did want to talk to you about was the Palestine interview you did with that family, bro.
Yeah.
That was one of the most impactful pieces that I've seen from you. How did that come about?
Yeah, okay. Well, I was at UH Manoa and I was attending a journalist class. And while I was there downstairs, this is when everything started kind of popping off. And so downstairs, there were this guy waving an Israeli flag. And I had no idea. I had no idea what was happening or what was going on. And when I walked down there, they had opposing sides, obviously. So you had the Palestinians and the Israeli people, and they were just kind of going at each other. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And they both were saying like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. So I'm like, man, I have no idea. I need to find out what's happening, because they're here on the island too, as well. You know what I'm saying? And so my first interview was with that Israeli guy, and I posted that, and it's got its comments. And then I went to a rally, and I posted a UH professor, Cynthia, and she told her side of the Palestinians and what's happening. And so I'm as I'm going, I'm learning, and I'm also researching too as well. I'm just trying to find, how I'm going to tell these stories. And then just the whole thing is just, I'm just going to let them tell their side. That's it. I'm just a medium to just tell their story. And then it wasn't until like I don't know, like a year, I just started really wanting to find people that's boots on the ground, that's really there. I want to get their perspective. So then I just reached out to a bunch of them, and online on Instagram, really. I'm just DMing people, and they were the first ones to get back to me, and they were just asking questions like, what are you going to use this for? What is this? And I said, hey, I just want to just tell your story. That's all. And yeah, that's what we did. We did a couple of, their internet is not that good over there. It was kind of choppy, so we just chopped it up via, what was that, FaceTime, and then it got a little bogged down, and then we finally got a good connection, and then we just started going in, and then we just started talking, and so we still keep in touch now, and those are the stories I like to tell. Those
Yes.
those real ones.